That's it.
Great. Well, thank you, Jimmy Gunnell. As Managing Director, we've been delighted he joined us a couple of years ago from the FT to help take us on to the next level, and we're really pleased to have you all here tonight. So, Nicolas, why don't we have a sit down? What I'm going to do is just ask a couple of questions. There you go. Right, we'll try the handheld, see if that's better. Thank you. Okay, so at the end, as I say, if the powerless people can come up at the end of the dinner, we'll take a photo. From my point of view, it's wonderful to be back inside St. Paul's Cathedral for the GCV Gala dinner, and delighted and honoured to have a few words with Nicolas Sauvage, head of TDK Ventures, and an award winner last night at the GCV Power List, reflecting the top 1% in the industry. So, Nicolas, if I could ask, you described us this morning as two peas in a pod when you were opening as chairman of the symposium this morning. Now, first, what did you mean by that? But secondly, how, if we're peas in the pod, what links do you have on your browser? What open tabs do you have? Because if they're the same as mine, then maybe we are peas in the pod.
Okay. So I have a confession to make. But my wife is British, and she told me it's understood in England that when two people are thinking exactly the same way, you'd call two peas in a pod. So I thought that was very fitting, because one of the things that I'm extremely grateful to GCV is the opportunity to have all of us networking, learning from each other as an ecosystem. And I've learned so much from the first GCV event I went to Monterey. And so everything I've done, even before TDK Ventures, even before TDK acquired my company, was all about ecosystem, bringing different type of people, different diversity of thoughts, really, into debates and making better decisions. And that's what you do, Jim. So that's what I meant by two peas in a pod, is what you do with GCV is what we're trying to do at TDK Ventures.
So the key question, what do you have on your browser's tabs?
So, beyond the global corporate venturing agenda,
We are peas in the pod.
well, I have to check the agenda, right? Do I wake up at 9 a.m. or 8 a.m. or?
Looking at Maya's great work as editor.
Yeah. So I do have 4 tabs that are always there, which is my Gmail, my WhatsApp, which we use for our team to communicate, my messages, web messages, which is the SMS, and then Monday.com and LinkedIn. But Monday.com is the one we use for sharing every information inside the team. And that was a really good tip from Megan Sharp, okay, on the first Monterey event I attended, which was January 2019. She said, as soon as you start your CVC, choose a system. It doesn't matter which system, choose a system and write everything down. So what we did is everything that we did from day one of TDK Ventures, we write down. The meeting notes with entrepreneurs, the meeting note with partners. And because of that, and we have this view of having everything transparent by default. When we recruit someone like 2 weeks ago, they have access to all the information from day one. They can see all the weekly updates from everyone in the team. They can look at all the interactions we had with entrepreneurs, what we learned from them, what they said, what they shared with us, and how they track. So Monday.com is our way of collaborating. I agree with Megan, it doesn't matter which system you use, but if you start a CVC, start from day one to have your system and stick to it. So that's what we use, and of course LinkedIn.
Wonderful, that's really inspiring. Thank you, Nicolas. Now, you studied here and worked here at BT, but you studied here at London Business School as well as King's College, London. And it's been a place of many happy memories for you in the UK. So what's been the most impactful line or idea you've heard while you've been here?
So I did the London Business School Advanced Development Program back in 2003. And I had a very good friend for 8 years. I met her on a Sunday. And during dinner, we touched fingers. And I felt awkward. Okay? The following day, we had a decision-making training, which was all about how do you make good decisions. And I was selected to do the bet. And the bet was 20 pounds. If I win, I get 80 pounds back. If I lose my 20 pounds. And the teacher was Belgian with a very nice, strong Belgian accent, okay? And he had a pin that you used to put against a wall of, how do you call it? Yeah, so you just pierce to put a paper against the wall. And so when you throw it and it falls, you only have two choices. It can be on the side or it can be up. So pin down, pin up, okay? You had a plate, pin, a glass you couldn't see through, shake it, and he basically said, you choose. Is it pin up or pin down? You're correct, you get 80 pounds. And he showed me the 80 pounds. Very, very good. And he said, but 20 pounds. I said, okay, I bet. The first thing he did, he came to me and said, give me the money. And then, give the 20 pounds. And then he put it in his wallet. He's like, now it's mine. And it was very important because it's about when you invest, when we invest, we put the money out, and the money come back later. So it's really a money out. It's a decision, it's a commitment. And all the time he was saying, as Nicolas made the right decision, I was thinking about the girl. I wasn't thinking about this probability and the sunk cost and an expected value, but in a way I was thinking about it, which was like I could lose a friendship, which I really value, but I think it could be so amazing with her that it's worth actually making the bet. And at the end of it, and to cut it short, it was a quality decision to say yes, to invest, because if you could keep playing, you would make money. Because the probability of pin up and pin down, even if you were not quite right and you bet against odds, maybe it's 40% chance you win. But over time, you would still make it good. And so everyone in the classroom agreed at that point that Nicolas has made the right decision. Everyone was clear. And then he removed the glass, and I lost. And then he said, so has Nicolas made the right decision? And everyone said, no. It's like, wait, you just agreed. We spent 2 hours. You agreed he's made the right decision. What happened? He lost. I said, that's the outcome. Quality decision is not about the outcome. And then it clicked on me. It was like, okay, makes sense. And so I went ahead and asked her out, which was weird for a friend for a long time, but we've been married 17 years. Hey.
A very happy tale. London, rather than Paris, is the city of love, it seems. So.
Hey, London is not bad.
Okay, well, thank you. Now, it is purely coincidence that our two keynotes at the St. Paul's Cathedral over the past 2 years, the other being the wonderful Dominique Maigret from Swisscom Ventures, have been French. Now, in this crypt is the final resting place of Admiral Nelson. You know, for those who don't know the French-English history, there's a reason why. But what would you hope yourself and TDK Ventures to be remembered for?
So here I will share another technique I've used for the last 20 years. And I created it, so if you've never heard of it, it's normal. I call it the 8 words. And I like to think about constraints to make decisions. And so 8 is simply chosen because it's a lucky number in Chinese. So my wife is British, but she's born in Taiwan. And so 8 is a lucky number, and I wanted to define my priorities in life in 8 words. Believe me, it's hard to do, okay? And I stick to it, and I keep changing it for quite a few years, and it became more and more stable. And I think about 8 years ago, it became stable enough that these 8 words became engraved into my iPad and iPhone. And it was the first line of my to-do list I see every morning. And that was kind of my North Star to know, am I doing the right thing? Am I spending the time in the right places? Just so that you know, the first 2 words is Sheila first. So my wife's name and first. But initially, it was family first. But over time, I realized that actually, if I don't do right by my spouse, then nothing with my family can work. So it comes to your belief system. I've just changed my 8 words. Not the first 2, don't worry. Don't worry.
Oh, the table's fantastic.
No. I see where you're going. The first 2 words are not changed, but I changed the other 6. And I think that's why I'm getting to your question, which is the next 3 words, and of course it's in priority, is scaling impact scalers. And I've engraved it in my iPad, so I've committed to it. And why do I think that? Is because I'm thinking about how do we bring positive impact to society, and where can I be most helpful to do it? And I see entrepreneurs as the ultimate impact scalers. They want to do good to the society and to the planet. They want to have that good impact and to scale it. And our job, all of us here in this room, is about helping them impact. And in a way, the way I look at it is that we are the impact scaler behind the impact scalers square, which I've shared with Jim in the past. And so this is what I'm hoping we get remembered for at TDK Ventures, which is how we are managing to help entrepreneurs be more successful more quickly. And if we're really, really successful, to be remembered by is to help create together as an ecosystem blueprints for new people to come and be even more helpful to entrepreneurs. And if we do that, the world will be such a better place. So that's really what I'm hoping for, and that's why these 3 words are on my iPad.
Wonderful. Well, Nicolas, thank you. That's very inspiring. So we're going to end here, that Q&A bit.
Oh, we have a question for you.
Got a question for me?
Yes.
I was hoping to get away with this.
Do you want a question for Jim? Yeah. What's your favorite karaoke song? And can you sing the first 2 sentences?
All right. So the most memorable karaoke song was sung with a chap called Kei and Joji in Japan, from Tokyo Electron. And so he took us to this private, his private club, did karaoke, and it was a very entertaining experience. Basically, the 2 of us singing karaoke, him singing Smoke Over the Water by Deep Purple. And then, as it happened, I ended up going to Switzerland, thanks to Dominique at Swisscom. He took us past the lake and he told us the story, and it kind of brought the circularity of CVC in some ways together, because I had this sort of fantastic walk up a hill in the Swiss Alps, and just reminded me of that. So it's a very memorable song, but I can't remember any of the lyrics because I was very drunk.
So a little bird told me it was going to be a different answer.
Oh, really? Okay.
Something to do with stranded on an island, Oasis.
Oh, Oasis. Yes, that's definitely one I will pick when very drunk as well. But I can't remember any of the lyrics now either.
Anyone can help, Jim?
Oh.
Anyone? No?
I hope no. No, but maybe later. We have had a tradition, which hopefully we can break, actually, which is at the end of the symposium, everyone's had a fantastic conference. We're delighted so much that you all, enjoy each other's company and learn from each other. So we take the team out, and we have a pizza, and then we have some drinks, and the food, and we go for a karaoke, and it's a little team, and we bond, and it's a very nice celebration, and then we carry on drinking. So it's a good tradition. I am trying to break it because having reached middle age, it's probably a downhill slope for me. But yeah, no, I do sing Oasis, but I can't remember any of the lyrics now.
So you do need the lyrics to sing it.
Yeah, I'm very drunk. I'm a terrible singer, Nicolas. I'm truly tone deaf.
So in that case, I will have to go for a more typical question. Okay. What's your wish for all of us in 2022?
Well, it's a great pleasure and honor from my point of view just to see people back together. I'm very humbled by being here, obviously. I think there was a line that Christopher Wren's son, the architect and designer of St. Paul's Cathedral, wrote, and you can see it as you kind of walk around the center point. So it's actually above above the sort of, Nelson's tube, you can look up, and written around it is, and I won't try doing the Latin, because my Latin's pretty poor nowadays, but it's effectively, look around, the monument, you see around you is his, effectively. And I paraphrase. But, but I think for me, the thing which I, think about for you all this year is just look around you. The people, the relationships that you form here tonight will be the people that you will want to do deals with or want to think about making that world a better place. Because ultimately, the future is made by those who invest in the future. So that's what I wish for you all this year, is look around on the table or over drinks or tomorrow at the symposium or Friday in the tour down to the southwest or at the GCV Institute alumni meeting, and just think, how do we together make the world a better place?
Very nice. Thank you. Very nice.
Great question.